welcome to the LeggLife podcast. My name is Adam.
My name is Sherry.
Sherry Beth, what episode is this?
155.
It is. We missed last week,
Whoops.
but you guys were back. In fact, full confession, we almost missed this week.
Yeah.
Not because we forgot, but because we are both, man, you guys, we are dragging.
Yeah.
We are exhausted. We are tired. As we're recording this, I leave for Fairbanks in about 12 hours and have not even started packing yet.
Nope.
It just feels like life has been chaos. And so today we're going to not talk about like one specific topic. We're going to kind of jump around a few different things. But Sherry, I want to start with just kind of this reality on how life has been lately. Because it has felt, I think from the start of this year, nonstop in like an overwhelming way.
Yes. Yeah, I just feel like it's just, and it's from all sides. It's not just like one aspect of our life. I feel like every aspect of our life is crazy and chaos and go, and we're tired.
Yeah, we're definitely feeling it. In fact, Sherry said earlier today, she's like, "Oh, I just want a vacation." I think
It's March, and I'm like, I'm not gonna make it.
I think that normally, if one part of life gets busy, you still have other parts of life that are kind of like okay. Mm-hmm. But I think what you said is exactly right. It is all sides. You are in your busy season at work right now.
Yep.
Work for me has been
Busy.
I would go as far as to say, in the almost decade I've been doing this, running this organization, this is the busiest we've ever been over a 2 or 3 month period. I
would agree with that.
And with like new opportunities and I mean, just really amazing things. Like it's all really, really good.
It's all really good stuff. It's just, and there, there's different like initiatives that you are kind of over, and all of them are busy. It's all of it that's busy.
And then it's like trying to open the coffee shop. And I feel like we've been spending a lot more time with friends lately, which is great. Like I'm so thankful for that. But it just feels like we have not had space to catch our breath. And some of that is on us. Like we just need to be better about saying, you know what, because of how crazy life is, we need to say no more often.
I was just going to say that. I feel like we haven't, like just you and I haven't had just time together.
No,
because it's just been busy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we need to say no to something.
But that's the hard part, is it?
I don't know what.
The coffee shop is opening in, fingers crossed, about a month. Mm-hmm. And so we're in the final push of that. And then it's not like once that opens, it's just slower because now we have a coffee shop to run.
Right.
Yep. And so I really do feel like, I feel like we're probably looking at May until there's some semblance of normal back to us.
Some semblance of being able to breathe.
Yeah. So yeah. I think what you and I need to be better about doing. Sorry, guys. At this point, you're just listening to a conversation with us. I feel like what you and I need to be better about doing until then is looking for like the spaces that we could have not just time together, but time to rest.
Yeah.
All of that kind of stuff. Because yeah, we're feeling it.
I miss you.
I know. And well, and the answer,
I live with you, but I feel like we just don't see each other much. It's just, we're just going constantly.
And I feel like part of it is also the reality of getting older.
Yeah.
You know, that it's just, gosh, we just so much, like, we get tired easier.
Yeah.
And we just don't have, we're not spry young pups anymore, Sherry.
No, we're not.
It's almost like we're getting older.
Although my boss did say that he's been at this company for 33 years, and he's like, you weren't even born when I started. And I was like, thank you.
What an amazing compliment.
I mean, I corrected him. It's like, I am 43 years old. He was like, oh, you didn't have to tell me that. I would have known.
Dang, what a compliment.
I know. So apparently I can pass for 33 or younger.
Amazing.
I'll take it.
Speaking of passing for ages, Anchorage just, we had not planned on talking about this. Anchorage just kind of implemented a new law, basically, where if you go to a bar, if you order a drink, every person, no matter how old you are, has to show ID.
Yep, everybody. Even if, like, even at our bar where they know us and they've seen our ID, they know that we're of age, we have to show them our ID every time.
And I'm just wondering, I'm thinking about as we head into the summer with tourists, how many tourists are used to, being back home? And if you're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, like thinking it's like, I can just go order a beer and not be carded. But how many tourists this summer might not have IDs with them?
Oh,
You know what I mean? It's like maybe they left it back in the hotel and they're just going to go out and don't even think about bringing an ID. So, side note, if you're coming to Anchorage, I don't think it's not all of Alaska. It's just Anchorage.
I think it's just Anchorage, but every single place you go that you might order alcohol, you have to show ID.
And I will say that has been a bit of a change because I would say that I got carded before this maybe 20% of the time.
Yeah, if that.
If that.
Yeah, I don't get carded often.
Now it's all of the time. All right, next thing we're going to talk about, and this is a very important one, Sherry. We started out with our exhaustion, our tiredness, how just we've been so busy. Moved on to IDs. Now we're moving on to potato chips. You know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so listen. I'm a potato chip fan.
Me too. It's probably my biggest vice.
Go-to snack, you think?
Yeah, I don't really snack, but man, if I want a snack, it's probably something salty, and it's probably potato chips.
So there obviously are many, many delicious flavors of potato chips out there.
Yes, there are.
We love the vast majority of them, but you guys, there's a flavor out there, and
There's one that rules them all.
We've had this many times before.
Yeah.
It is a flavor that I believe originated in Canada. Our friendly neighbors to the north.
To the east.
Well, to us here in Alaska, that's right, to the east. Our friendly neighbors to the east. It is all dressed.
All dressed potato chips.
If you don't know what all dressed potato chips are, it is barbecue. So it's the flavors of barbecue, sweet and sour.
Nope, sweet. Sour cream and onion.
Oh, sour cream and onion, and oil and vinegar. No.
Salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar. Wow. I'm all over the place.
You just struggled with that one, babe.
So those three kind of chip flavors all in one.
All in one, and it's so good. And honestly, those three are my go-to.
Those are the ones you love the most.
Those are the ones I love the most. The salt and vinegar, the sour cream and onion, and the barbecue. Like, if I'm looking at chips, I'm like, it's going to be one of those three.
But here's the thing.
And they put them all in one chip.
I agree. I love those three. But I would not look at those three flavors and think, you know what? I bet those would go well together.
I wouldn't either, but boy, do they.
So we were in the grocery store here in Anchorage.
A month or maybe a month ago.
Maybe a month ago.
Maybe
and
not
we're
that.
walking down the chip aisle and we saw it.
I backed up and I was like, hold on, wait. And you were like, wait, what?
They have all dressed chips at our store here in Anchorage.
Here in Anchorage. I've never seen them in Anchorage before.
I'm so concerned that it's just like a promotional thing and it's going to go away.
Oh gosh, I hope not.
Because I love them so much.
They're so good.
Goodness gracious.
Oh man.
I'm not sure
we need to make sure we have enough for when you leave.
Because so just you guys know, I mentioned this earlier. As we're recording this, I'm flying to Fairbanks in the morning. I'm gonna be gone for a few days. Sherry Beth's gonna be by herself. Sherry, touching back into what we said at the beginning of the podcast, you're gonna have about 4 days, 3.5 days, kind of by yourself.
Yes, but 2 of those I'm working.
Okay, evenings you're not.
Evenings I'm not.
What are you planning on doing? And so what are you planning on doing? And then is there anything that you could do during the time I'm away that would help you feel more rested? Springing questions on you, which I know you love.
Question. I don't know. I'm really hoping that I can sleep. I don't tend to sleep great when you're gone.
Yeah.
But I do plan on taking all of the things that will knock me out. And I just hope that I can just sleep. I think that's a big part of it. I have not been sleeping well.
Yeah.
And I think I think I'm not sleeping well. I don't really sleep well in general, but like when I'm stressed or when I have things on my mind, I really, really don't sleep well. And there have been so many nights that I wake up at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and my brain is just like, go, 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 go. I need to remember to do this and this and this and this and this. And like, oh, this is coming up and I need to like all of these things. And I'm stressed and I wake up tired and stressed and overthinking. And it's just, I don't know how to shut that off. But.
So would it be helpful to you? Because as you were talking, I was thinking about how we talked about this on a vlog recently, how I love to clean on like Thursday and Friday so that when we get to the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, the chores are done because neither of us rest well in a dirty house.
Right.
So would it be helpful to you, and just discussing here, if a lot of the things on your mind are kind of work related, if like the first 2 days I was gone, if you were like, you know what, in the evenings, even though I've worked all day, I'm going to try to like knock some stuff out so that I have more peace of mind, so that I can maybe sleep better, even on like nights 3 and 4 or something.
Probably, yes. And that is actually my plan. I kind of have a job and a half. And so
Yeah.
I plan on working my 9 to 5 and then in the evenings working on that other job and trying to get stuff done, at least to a point where I feel like I'm not so stressed about it. Because I do feel like I'm very stressed about that stuff too.
Yeah, and so because it's on your mind, it's hard for you to shut your mind off at night, hard for you to go to sleep, wake up thinking about it. And so maybe just like removing some of those things from your plate would help you rest at night.
Yes, and that is my plan, because I don't have plans Thursday and Friday night. There's a part of me that's like, maybe I should reach out to some friends, and then there's a part of me that's like, you know what, I think that I need to just try to get stuff done so that on Saturday, hopefully, I can actually just have a day off and like rest.
I would love for you to on Saturday, because I don't come back till later Sunday
Afternoon.
I would love it if Saturday you just got to have a full Sherry day.
Yeah, I agree, and that's what I'm gonna try to do.
Yeah, I think that would be so good.
And that probably just means I'm gonna have to work 10 or 12 hours Thursday and Friday each. But if I can get, that part-time job done, then hopefully Saturday I can rest.
Yeah, because you and I rest differently. And so I think that when I do, and we talked about this, I think, in one of our podcasts, when I do travel for work, it's sort of an opportunity for me to rest the way I want to rest and for Sherry to rest the way that she wants to rest.
Yeah.
So for me, being in Fairbanks, I'm traveling with Allison, and she and I actually are very similar. And so we like going out and doing stuff, and after our meetings and after we teach trainings, just like finding pockets of creativity or weirdness is very restful for both of us. And so I feel like when I travel for work, I have the chance to rest like I do, but it also gives you the space with me not here where you can rest like you do.
Yeah, because that's not how, like, going out and going is not restful for me.
What would when you think about this Saturday, if you could have the dream Saturday for you this weekend, what would it look like?
Well, I want to not wake up to an alarm. I want to sleep in if I can. And probably just like read and watch some Hallmark movies. And
what would you have for breakfast?
I mean, I'm hoping to sleep through breakfast, but
okay. Would you wake up and have tea? Would you wake up and have?
Yes, I will wake up and have tea, no matter what time that is. But yeah, if I wake up for breakfast, then I don't know, a fried egg maybe and bacon, something simple.
Yep.
And yeah, like I just don't want to have to do, I think. And I don't mind like making a meal. And we have stuff here that'll be easy meals for me. So like I will eat, but I'm not going to like make a 4-course meal for myself. I'm going to like make macaroni and cheese, or I'm going to make a sandwich, or, something pretty simple. And yeah, I mean, I just like resting for me is like literally giving my body like rest and not going, because I feel like I go a lot and I am hurting.
Well, I was going to say, and then you factor in the chronic pain,
right?
Like issue, and you're not only tired and exhausted, but now you're hurting and tired and exhausted,
which also prevents me from sleeping, because then I hurt. And it's hard to sleep when I'm in pain. So yeah, it's all just a vicious cycle. So I'm hoping that Saturday I can actually just like be.
I'm hoping that too. I think that would be really good for you.
Nothing that actually engages my brain.
Oh, nothing that actually engages your brain.
Body.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So just very down, relaxing day.
Yes.
Yeah, I think for me, when I think of what I need from this trip, as far as rest, it's interesting because I'm feeling. So there's nothing in this trip that we're doing that we haven't done before. We're teaching a training, we're speaking to a group of nurses, we're speaking like to a pastor and to a church, speaking to a group at the university, like lots of different groups we're speaking to, but we've done all that stuff before. Mm-hmm. Yet I'm feeling some weight going into this trip.
Yeah, you said you were feeling kind of anxious.
And I think
and Allie is too.
And she is as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think part of the reason is that we have so much going on. So do you remember, Sherry, have you ever seen this? I'm much older than you, so you may not remember. This is from my time, not your time.
Mm-hmm.
The I Love Lucy scene where she's on the chocolate conveyor belt.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, and
Lucy
it's like
and Ethel.
At the beginning, and it's like, oh, things are going normal, and there's like just one chocolate, put it in, okay, good to go, and then normal. And then it starts going faster, and there's like more chocolates, and all of a sudden she's like freaking out and like stuffing her pockets full of chocolates.
And her face, and
like can't keep up. That's what life has felt like to me.
I agree with that.
That it's just, there's so much coming down the conveyor belt, but it's all so good.
It's all good stuff.
But it just feels like a lot. And so I think for me, I think that's why I'm feeling the anxiety is that even though there's nothing on this trip for me to be anxious about, it's just more chocolates on the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
During a time when the conveyor belt already feels full.
And this is your 5th trip of the year? Is that right?
I think that's right. I think it's 5th trip of the year.
Halfway through March.
Hopefully my last trip for a little while. This is the last trip we have booked for a little bit, so I'm looking forward to that. And it's not really a long trip. I'll be back on Sunday. Mm-hmm. So just like 3.5 days. But yeah, so do need to get packed tonight. Mm-hmm. That is for sure something to do. We still have a big load of laundry to put away. Sherry helped me a ton. She put a bunch of my laundry away earlier tonight, which helped me a lot. Mm-hmm. Very thankful for that. And so, yeah, that's just kind of where we're at with life.
With life.
I do hope that. What's that?
It's just busy.
I do hope, by the way, if you're doing a drinking game right now and your word you were doing shots on was busy, you just died of alcohol poisoning.
Sorry.
Yep.
Or go.
You're now dead. But just
yeah, and the thing is, like, there's nothing that we can actually remove from our plate.
Not right now.
And I think that's where my stress comes from, is like everything has to keep happening. Like we can't not keep juggling.
Well, and I think some of the stress you're feeling is that you feel like you've fallen behind on some things.
Yes.
And so now you have a lot going on. Oh, and you're behind on things.
And I'm behind because I haven't had time to keep up on it. So it's, yeah. It's a lot.
That was a good grunt, though.
Thanks.
I will give you an update, though. We had, on good news, had a work team at the coffee shop today. A group from Hope College in Michigan was there. Mm-hmm. And you guys, they absolutely crushed it. They got so much stuff done at the coffee shop. Walls painted, lots of stuff cleaned, all of our furniture assembled and put together. We just made a ton of progress over there today. Mm-hmm. Like, my gosh, I can't even tell you how amazing it was to have a work team over there for a full day, just knocking stuff out.
And you know what's funny is that on my way home from work, you called me and you were like, hey, do you want to go to the coffee shop and, I'll meet you there and you can see it. And I was like, I could tell how tired you were. I'm exhausted. And I was like, nope. I do want to see it, but I'm tired. And I was like, I'll see it next week when you get back.
Let's just go home.
Can we just go home?
But huge progress over there. I'm super thankful for them. The group coming up here and just like, gosh, in one full day, because there were probably 12 of them. And it was one of those many hands make light work kind of thing. And that really did happen today. They got so much stuff done. So
I love it.
Feeling better about that. Again, every little bit that kind of comes off the plate, I think, is huge. Mm-hmm. And I do think you and I need to be more intentional about just like the spaces in time that we have.
Yeah.
And using those. All right, Sherry. anything else. I want you to think about, we talked about your perfect day on Saturday, which I'm putting it out into the universe. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
You're going to have a great day. Anything else going on in your world, in your life that these fine people need to know about? Or anything else you want to talk about? You have a blank expression right now.
I'm trying real hard to think. My brain doesn't think anymore. No, I mean, I don't think so. I do feel like, and I said this earlier to you, what's part of what's stressing me out too is like everything is culminating in like a month. So we have like this big thing at work. We're like switching systems, and like the hard like close date for that is April 18th. And I'm kind of helping like spearhead that transition. And then the coffee shop is supposed to open like the 20th, 21st.
Yep.
And I just feel like it's like everything is just like go, 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 go. And then done. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I can make it another month. I mean, I have to.
I was going to say, of course you can.
Oh, gosh.
Think of all of the things when you think of all of the things that you've made it through in life, this actually is fairly insignificant.
I don't know.
Almost died like 30 times in the last 5 years.
Well, sure.
Yet you're still here.
I'm still here.
So I think you can probably
I
make
just
it
feel like
through
it's
these
just a
things.
lot of things that are like, over the next month is just a lot.
Yeah, and also, have you been planning my birthday party on April 6th?
You know,
Do you have a super amazing in-depth party plan for me with friends from my 45 years of life, and probably like, have you reached out to my favorite actors and favorite musicians?
I'm gonna make you stop because you're gonna make me cry. No, I haven't. And partly because we're so busy, partly because we don't have any money, partly because you're actually speaking at a church on your birthday, so we can't actually like go anywhere or do anything. And so like I don't know what to do for your birthday, because what I was originally going to do was some kind of like get out of town staycation, but we have to be in town now. So I'm like, I don't
know.
And we don't have any money to pay for it anyway. So like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have anything planned for your birthday.
Yeah, the current financial state of nonprofits and grants and all that hits hard when you sort of feel like you have to personally fund a coffee shop.
Correct.
And keep an organization going. So
Yes.
we're feeling the weight of that. And here's
Yeah.
the thing though. Because we've been so busy, I don't think I want a staycation. I feel like if we got away, we would waste the money, because all we'd be thinking about are the things we have to do back here.
And how much time we're quote unquote wasting by not being here and getting things done.
I would rather do a vacation or a staycation when this stuff is past, and we can like,
Maybe we'll plan something for
and we can breathe.
May.
Just like absolutely, collapse and just
Yeah.
breathe. That's what I'd rather do.
Okay.
That's what I'd rather do.
But here's the thing.
Can you write me a song?
No,
Can you write me a poem?
I cannot.
Dang it, Sherry.
And here's the thing. Your 40th birthday,
Yeah.
I had this big thing planned. And then COVID hit.
Yeah.
And so we did nothing because it was just you and me and Missy.
Correct.
Your 41st birthday, I don't remember what was going on, but there was something else going on, and we couldn't do anything for your birthday.
Okay, so hold on. So on my 41st birthday, was that when you were still sick?
Oh, that's when I was sick.
Yeah, so my 40th birthday, COVID happened. We were supposed to go to Fiji, you guys remember. And that whole trip got canceled. Mm-hmm. And you had a party plans and all of that kind of stuff. 41st, you were still...
I was very sick. I was getting better.
You were getting better by that point, but still...
But I was still not leaving the house because I
Yep.
was still very sick.
My 42nd birthday, my 42nd birthday, I had COVID.
You had COVID on your birthday. That's
Yep,
right.
on my birthday.
So we didn't do anything. Your 43rd birthday,
Yep.
was that when your mom was diagnosed?
I think that's when Mom was diagnosed.
I think so. So you were in Colorado.
Yep, I was in Colorado for my 43rd birthday.
Yep. Your 44th last year.
Yep.
I don't remember what happened. I don't know. It was just, I just feel like every one of your birthdays for the last like 5+ years have just been like shit.
Hear me out. Let's just skip my birthday.
I don't want to skip your birthday.
Because at this
it's
point...
the best day of the year. It's the day that you were born.
This...
It's the day that you were brought into this world, and the whole world is brighter.
Yes, great. But...
And happier.
Wonderful. But I think that's great. I think that you just made the point that my birthday is cursed. And so I think what we should do instead is just absolutely from here henceforth forward. I don't think that's the right use of that word. It's fine. I think we should just skip it.
We're not going to skip it. We're still going to do something for your birthday.
Great. Now I'm going to get COVID again.
Nope, you're not.
What would be something that would happen this year on my birthday where it would be like, you've got to be freaking kidding me?
Well, I mean, when you got the call that they wanted you to speak
At
on
church?
your birthday, I was like, for real? Like, we can't even, like, sleep in, like, have a nice, lazy, like, birthday breakfast? Nope. Gotta be up for church.
But that's not really, like, sleeping in a nice, lazy birthday breakfast isn't really I don't mind getting up and being gone. I'm only gone the first half of the day. I'm more of an afternoon night owl.
Yeah, that's true.
And so it's like a lazy...
Maybe we can still do something in the evening of your birthday.
Yeah, lazy mornings to me are not really, like, I don't necessarily care about that. I'm a night owl. It's because I'm a cool young kid, Sherry. I like being out in the evenings.
Yes, dear.
I like dancing and partying it up.
Oh.
With my fellow youths.
Yeah, I go to bed at 9.
You do go to bed at 9. You hands down, the oldest 43-year-old. There's a lot of nights where
exhausted
it's like,
all the time.
where it's like 8:15 and Sherry's like, I think I'm going to turn in. I'm like, what? Have a Werther's original, Grandma.
And then go to bed.
And then go to bed. Yeah, that is true.
That's true. I'm just tired.
We are on very different schedules.
I know.
Which also doesn't help with the time we spend together.
That's true.
Because, yeah, I am not tired at night.
Yeah.
My gosh. You guys, I guarantee nobody's still listening to this podcast.
I know. I'm sorry about that. This has just really been like, you know what's funny is it really is just like one of our conversations.
And the reason I think this podcast has gone this way is because you and I haven't had a lot of time together.
We haven't.
That we just like hit record and then just kind of started talking about the things that we would normally talk about in life that we haven't gotten to. So you guys, if you're still here, thanks. Because
I know. And you even said that, like on that phone call on the way home from work, I was like, we don't have to do the podcast. Like that's one less thing we have to do tonight before, you have to pack and get all ready to go. And you were like, I actually want to do the podcast because I just like talking to you.
And we haven't been able to do this. And so it's like, well, might as well hit record and let the two people who are still around. Who do you think the two are? My mom for sure. My mom is still listening.
Yeah. Maybe Abby.
Maybe Abby.
Abby, are you still there?
Is anybody who is still here? Are you guys still here? In fact, that's the question. You guys know we try to ask questions at the end of our podcast.
Who the heck is still here?
Yeah, go to YouTube, search LeggLife Podcast, find this episode, what is it, 155?
Yep.
And let us know if you are still listening. If you made it to the end,
kudos.
You know what? Virtual hug.
Virtual hug.
Big digital hug to you because you just listen to us. Sit down and have a conversation for what feels like the first time in way too long.
Weeks.
Oh my gosh, you guys, we love you. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to us yammer our Yap Fest 2025. Jeez Louise. All right,
it was nice talking to you though.
It was nice talking to you. So I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Okay.
The only time Sherry and I ever talk is now when we record podcasts.
Oh gosh.
The whole reason
I hope not.
The whole reason we keep the LeggLife podcast is just so we can have one conversation a week.
A scheduled conversation. Oh man.
Oh my gosh. You guys, we love you. Thanks for listening. And we'll see you next week on the next LeggLife podcast.
Bye.